Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Dale Chanel's 48th World. Today, we're going to be talking about Andy Cohen and Kenya Moore Daly, or Kenya Moore. We don't really know what her last name is or whether she's really married, even though she told a reputable source, people.com, that she's married. But hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, we're trying to figure out, is the rumor true that Bravo TV, Andy Cohen, are going to fire Kenya Moore if she don't present her newlywed husband on the show. They want dish dirt. They want the dirt. Remember, this is ratchet reality TV. So Andy is telling her, hey, you either produce your husband on the show for some scenes, or you might well pack your bags because you're done. Now, I'm getting this information from realityt.com. It reports, the writer is Morena. She gave this information out on July 6th, so I'm a little behind, but hey, a story is a story, just how you twist it, right? They go on to report, uh, Kenya Moore's role on Real Housewives of Atlanta is in jeopardy if new husband doesn't appear. It says for years, most of the women on Real Housewives of Atlanta have given Kenya Moore a hard time for never being married. Now that she's randomly got married to Mark Daly, I assume Kenya would use this opportunity to prove her castmates wrong after all the years of hating on her. Apparently, that's not the case though, and Kenya wants to keep her marriage just as private as her wedding. That probably isn't going to fly though. A secret wedding, the reaction from the cast, and the introduction of Kenya's husband Mark as a character are not things that I can see production letting slip through the cracks. What is Kenya's storyline going to be without this? Okay. He goes on to say that let me see. According to a report from TMZ, the producers have given Kenya an ultimatum. For those who don't know what ultimatum is, either do what I say or you kick rocks and keep it moving. Meaning, can you either give the network what they're wanting for a storyline for her to continue being produced on the show, or she can just go left, meaning get out of their life, get out of their scene, get out of their show, and go do her own thing. Okay? So, and they're taking back their money. They had promised they were going to give her. And if you really do true to form, it says Real Housewives of Atlanta, meaning they have to be married to someone, which gives you the idea that the spouse would be shown in a couple of episodes. Not every last scene or episode that comes on, but just a few, to give weight to the story, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay? And then anyway, that was my sidebar. We go back to the commentary. It says the producers are giving Kenya an ultimatum. Her husband is on the show, or she's on her way out. I figured Kenya would be jumping at the chance to have a happy relationship on TV, but her husband just isn't into it. Okay? Then it goes on to say the same articles also alleges that Mark refuses to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta because he has big problems with the way Real Housewives of Atlanta portrays black men. Kenya feels she is a hired member of the cast and her husband isn't, so she doesn't get why he would be on the show. The franchise is called Real Housewives of Atlanta, or Real Housewives, for a reason. It's about real women who sometimes happen to be wives. Why wouldn't he be included? Okay, obviously, my breakdown of the show title has been very loosely interpreted over the years, but the point is that this is a reality show, and having a husband is a major part of someone's everyday life, in theory, anyway. He doesn't have to be on all the time, but refusing to appear when this is Kenya's main source of income doesn't really make sense. Then the article goes on to, for you to tell her what you thought about her commentary on what she wrote about Kenya, the producers, Andy Cohen, on them all saying she needs to produce her husband on this show, since she didn't give us clips of even having a relationship with somebody other than that she was just blasting in on social media and all through the platforms of Real Housewives of Atlanta in her storyline. Then she's gonna come up after the season ends and she miraculously found a husband, done got married, and possibly pregnant. Okay? That's my sidebar though, guys. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. I personally think she's still not married. It's still a plot of a storyline because I'm sorry. Wedding pictures, you always have the bride and the bridegroom kiss. You have a officiating minister, pastor, rabbi, somebody is in the mix producing the ceremony prior to the kiss. Did anybody see the kiss? Can you even leak out pictures of a kiss? You know, as you pronounce them husband and wife, you may now kiss your bride, those little things, those little words, those statements. But also in everybody, every culture, every language, you know, um, that's the last piece of resistance before you are pronounced as Mr. and Mrs. You know what I'm saying? So, me and one of my viewers, we were just, you know, talking over the little commentary I had put on Kenya Moore marriage breakthrough or breaking news story, and I had forgot to mention it, but she mentioned it as well, which you know gave me the tone that okay, yeah, I did miss that, even though I was thinking it, but when I was running my mouth, I forgot to say it. Yeah, where's the photos of her getting that kiss in? You know, that hug, that embrace, him picking her up, throwing her in the air or whatever. None of that. They did a little dab, like thank you, dog, for coming in. You know, doing your thing. You know, like you would give your bestie or something. I'm like, wait a minute now, this is too fishy, too fishy. So I wish somebody go on and you know I guess I should, but I don't feel like wasting the money or even, you know, I'm just lazy when it comes to reporting. I kind of piggyback off what somebody else say, but I try to get it on reliable sources who've been doing it for a long time and their credentials are up there and they don't want to get sued, so they don't try to put out the right information. But I wish somebody would go on and go to those court records and see if she actually is married. Because, you know, you do have to file in the state that you're in, as well as when you go to these different islands and get married. You still have to put one in the state that you're living in. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is, you know? So, but y'all tell me what y'all think. I thought it's very questionable. Her whole marriage is, shit, her whole life is questionable. You know what I'm saying? At this point. But I'm with everybody else who is on the side of why not film your husband in a couple of scenes? You know, let us see how you're adjusting to being married. You know, how y'all encompass each other's lifestyles and dressing styles when it comes to the interior of your home. You know, where y'all going to be staying, more manor or he has his own digs. You know, what's going on? Give us a little tea. You know, no shade, but give us a little tea. But that's my spiel of this whole episode of a commentary article that I'm putting out on the tube. I'm confused. I mean, I'm with them. Hell, get rid of her. You know, she don't want to dish the dirt because everybody else know that Cynthia don't put her dirt out on TV. With old crazy Peter running around now cheating, not cheating, allegedly cheating. Then you got Todd. He's supposed to be, you know, a gold digger, this, that, and the third, running for candy for her money, using her up. Then let me see who else we had. Of course, you know, we don't had Matt and his mess with Kenya. Nene and Greg when they went through their little spiel of him allegedly cheating on her or this, that, and the third, and you know their little marital issues they had, but got it back together. Kim and her Zodiac, her what his name was, Big Daddy, or I forgot who he was, but he's this imaginary guy that's supposed to be giving her money. And then she turned out marrying the football player from Atlanta Falcons. Then he got traded. I don't even know if he have a job or not. But you got these things. You got Deshaun Snow, and she's married to some football player, or whatever. Then she ended up divorcing him. But like I said, I don't think reality TV breaks your marriage. Your marriage is already in trouble when you get on this show. And then if you're having success, then it may be something for the men to not adjust real well with, and that you're having celebrity status and they're seen in the background. And a lot of men can't take that. So I don't think reality TV really tears your marriage apart. You already got problems prior to that, and they just mount up to more problems added to the dissolution of your marriage. So this is what it is. But that was my commentary on this Kenya Moore mess. she's trying to stay relevant in the news by giving us an end and everything. Because personally, I believe she gonna keep her dough, so she gonna have that man come on. Because I think he's a rental husband anyway. Because I've yet to see that Kenya even thought about act. You know, she's supposed to love her daddy so much. She's supposed to love her mama. Not her mama, but her sister's mama. Uh, Women, her mother's sister, like she was her own mother. Then, you know, her cousin that she thought of as sister. You know, all these folks, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have them present. Hell, they ain't gonna have a minister, rabbi, you know, council up there trying to get her married. You just got this little fake uh altar, or not altar. It's like a little, I don't know what you call it, a garden little thing, arch, and you under it, and you on the beach. But I don't see no officiating person there. So this is a hot mess. I think it's a hot mess of a story, just a hot mess, period. Can you go sit yourself down somewhere? Okay, that's all I got, y'all. Enjoy the video, share it, like it, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Thanks, guys. Bye.